You are here with me in my office, but not only with me, you're also here with me and my dog, who is reminding us all to take time to just chill out and enjoy life and have a nap every now and then. In this video, we are going to learn even more about making better choices. We've already looked at Rate My Professors, we've looked at Yelp, we've looked at Rotten Tomatoes, we looked at Amazon and the reviews on Amazon, and we talked about how reviews, sometimes they're very helpful, and sometimes, I've watched movies with bad reviews and I've liked them, and I've watched movies with great reviews and I've been like, eh. So we already looked at that. We talked about that. We've also looked at Consumer Reports. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. We looked at Google Shopping and how you could find the best price at various different stores using that. We're going to look at some new stuff, including Google Flight, Red Laser, Google Offers, Groupon, coupon codes, Overstock.com, Threadless.com, Costco, and we're going to talk about reviews and how they can be helpful to you when buying new technology or anything for that matter. And finally, for those of you who like to read, we are going to look at a website called Goodreads, which is really pretty awesome. But first of all, you might be wondering who is this guy here? He looks like he should have been one of the founding fathers of our country and maybe perhaps sold turkeys for a living. This guy here is a guy by the name of Thomas Hobson, and he ran a livery stable in England, I think is what you'd call it, where you could get horses. Yeah, livery stable owner. And he would give you whatever horse was in the next stall, next in line. That's all you got. So you got this thing called Hobson's Choice. You got to take the one horse he was offering you, or you didn't take any at all. You could just go away. And so that's one end of the spectrum where you really don't have a choice. It's like, take this one or nothing. And the other end of the spectrum, and I just think this stuff is interesting to think about when we talk about, right, making better choices. The other end of the spectrum is the problem that we face today, which is having too many choices. And there's this really interesting book that this guy Barry Schwartz wrote called The Paradox of Choice, Why More is Less. And what they found when they study, what they find when they study humans and all the choices that we have today is that too many choices actually make us unhappy. It increases our discontent. And this is a cool book to read, or you could just watch the guy's TED Talk right here, Barry Schwartz, The Paradox of Choice. And if you like that, then maybe get the book. But too many choices actually make us unhappy. We just feel stymied, overwhelmed. We can experience information overload. There's just like so much information. It's like, I don't know what decision to make, right? We've got all these pluses and minuses for each choice. So just some interesting stuff to think about when we're talking about choice. All right, so we saw Rate My Professor. We saw Yelp and how you could search for restaurants or plumbers or anything there, right? We saw Rotten Tomatoes and how you can look for different movie reviews. We looked at Amazon and how, we could shop for products here and look at the ratings for those different products. So you could see this, what Amazon does, right? You already know this probably, is they filter your results to what's interesting to you or what you've recently been searching for. They remember who you are. And so you can tell that my wife and I are pregnant because all these different pregnancy things come up. Consumer Reports. Here's the interesting thing to know about Consumer Reports. For only $5 a month, at least that's what it is right now at the time that I'm making this video. For $5 a month, you could sign up for Consumer Reports for 1 month, and you could get access to all of the reviews. So that's a really great thing to know about, because that will allow you, if you're going to be buying, I don't know, air conditioner or washer and dryer or a new car, after you graduate from college, a new car, you can come in here and you can look at all the ratings that they've done. So that's a really great resource for $5 a month, and then you just cancel your account after a month. We took a look at Google Shopping and how you could search for one product and see the prices at many different stores. Red Laser is a new thing I haven't showed you yet, and it's an app that does the same thing. So it could be installed on your iPhone, on your Android, on your Windows phone. And basically when you're in the store and you want to buy something, you just scan the barcode, and this app will bring up the prices at all the other stores, both online and physical brick and mortar stores, maybe in your area. So brick and mortar stores are stores which actually have a physical presence made out of maybe bricks and mortars or anything, but they call them brick and mortar stores in tech often. So that's a pretty cool app, Red Laser. Another really great resource to know about to help you make better choices is Google Flights. So if you wanted to go somewhere, say from San Francisco to Bali, there we go, which has great surfing, $1,742 to fly there. And you could filter this based upon all kinds of different options, including, of course, date, and create multi-city itineraries and things like that. So really helpful resource to know about. There's also a website, kayak.com, which does something very similar, but I always default to Google over anybody else, as they are pretty much the premier, most amazing tech-oriented company in the world at this time. That's my subjective opinion, but it's grounded in a lot of really good research, including and experience, including having been up to Google several times and seen how they do stuff. There's also something known as Google Offers, and Google Offers is a lot like Groupon, where if you sign up for it, it'll send you offers for your local area, so discounts at local restaurants and things like that. Both Google Offers and Groupon do that. Overstock.com, just kind of a good website to know about if you're shopping for stuff, but a little bit more difficult to return things. It's always a good idea, if you are going to buy something online, search for, like, here's a website, threadless.com, which has really cool t-shirts and bags and backpacks. So you can come in here and you could order t-shirts, and they often have specials where you could get shirts for $10 a piece. And so I could go into Google and I could search for threadless coupon codes. Just as easily, I could have maybe searched for Overstock coupon codes. And then when I go to make my purchase, I might get free shipping or 10% off. So knowing that you can search for coupon codes before you buy something at a website online and then find codes for that website could save you some money, which is good to know about. I think Costco is an amazing store. They have a great return policy. I always recommend it as one of the places that students go to shop, particularly for tech stuff. You have 90 days to return any tech stuff you buy at the time that I'm making this video. And so that's really amazing, and they have really competitive pricing. Students will also frequently ask me, hey, what kind of a computer should I buy? And this is what I always tell them: go in and search for computer reviews. Like, my job's a teacher. I stay up on tech, but I'm not day in, day out looking at the new systems that are coming out and reviewing them and comparing them. But there are people that do that. One of the best places, two of the best places that do that, or three, are CNET. CNET's probably the very best. And then PC Mag and PC World are also very good. Consumer Reports, of course, also great. But CNET's a great place to go to read reviews about computers, digital cameras, printers, whatever it is, and they'll rate the different stuff that's out there on the market and tell you what is great and what is not. So those are my thoughts on, on buying tech stuff and looking at the reviews before you buy. But not only for tech stuff, for anything, it's always a good idea to kind of look at the reviews some. But then again, you could run into that information overload thing. So you kind of got to balance that. Finally, the last thing I'm going to tell you about is this website called Goodreads.com, where if you're into books, into literature, it's a great website to know about. I, in my spare time, have actually been somebody who's written a ton of fiction, prolific. I've been prolific. I've written a bunch of books. Some of them are quite wacky, but I recommend that, if you're into wacky books, along the lines of Kurt Vonnegut or something like that, you might enjoy it. T. Scott McCloud is my profile, the name I write under there. And you can check out some of my books, along with other books, and learn about new books, because that is how Goodreads.com works. So that's a little bit about making better choices. And in this video, not only do you learn about this old guy, Thomas Hobson, and offering only one choice, and you learn about the paradox of choice and this cool TED Talk by Barry Schwartz, but you also learn more about Rate My Professors, Yelp, Rotten Tomatoes, Amazon, Consumer Reports. Now you can sign up for only $5 a month, Google Shopping, Google Flight, Red Laser, Google Offers, Groupon, coupon codes, searching for coupon codes before you buy something online, Overstock.com, Threadless.com, Costco, and how they have a really great return policy and offer good stuff at a good price. You also learn about searching for reviews before you buy something, particularly tech stuff, and including that website cnet.com for reviews, going to there. And you learned about Goodreads. So those are some of the resources I use to make better choices as a consumer. And I hope, both Padgy and I hope that they are useful to you.